What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to HERSTYLEZ TV. I'm back, and by the title, you see we're talking about protective styles. So, summer is now in full effect. Protective styles are in full effect. So I wanted to come and talk to you about the do's and don'ts of protective styles, because my clients, I get a lot of questions from them on what to do, what tips, things like that. So I wanted to share with you guys as well. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. If you wear braids, faux locks, crochet braids, because these are crochet braids, twists, even if you're just doing your natural hair, if you're wearing 2-strand twists on your natural hair, or the small box braids with your own natural hair, this also applies to you. So let's get into it. So the first, we're going to start with the don'ts. So, and then we're going to go to the do's on what you should do. So let's get into the don'ts. The first don't is don't keep your protective style in for an extended period of time. And what I mean, or what I suggest as a good length of time for your braids or whatever protective style, is 6 to 8 weeks. 8 weeks should be the maximum. I really tell my clients 4 weeks, like a month. A month is good. And see, for me personally, a month is good, and I'm ready to take whatever out, like take this out and have my natural hair out. But the maximum, if you don't have no other choice, is 8 weeks. So please don't keep it in for 3 months, 4 months, because I know it's convenient. And you could just get up and go, take your bonnet off, take your scarf off, and go. So please try not to keep them in for an extended period of time. All right. Number 2, when pulling your braids or faux locks or anything or what have you up, do not put it in tight. So for example, like these, if I put these up like so, of course when I pull it up, it's going to be kind of tight. So what I do, I'll put it in, and then the braids that I feel that are tight, I know I just threw this up here, I'll just kind of pull it so it won't feel like it's pulling. Just pull like down a little bit so it won't be pulling your edges, especially the edges. So you just pull it down just a tad so it won't be so tight in the ponytail holder. And this will save your edges or your hair, period. Just pull it down. And so it won't be so tight and it won't feel like it's pulling. So that's number 2. Okay. Number 3, we're going to talk about when you take your hair down. So when you take your hair down, don't skip detangling before shampooing. You have to remember your hair has been in a style for 6 to 8 weeks. So you haven't combed your hair all of that time. So before putting water on it, shampooing it, you could spray water on it or spray a detangler, or if you're using a cream on it to detangle it. But don't just take your hair down and then just get to shampooing. You're going to have a tangly, knotted mess, because your hair can shed up to 100 strands a day to make room for new hair. So you got to take into account all those days you're not combing your hair. And when you take it down, just go straight to shampooing. That shedded hair is going to get tangled up with the hair that's already there. So please don't skip detangling. You could use a detangling brush or a wide tooth comb. Don't just use your fingers. because you got to get all that hair out. And what I suggest is like when I do my clients' hair and take them down, I comb their hair around like 2 to 3 times until I barely see any hair that's coming out on the comb or the brush. You can have a little bit, but you don't want a clump, okay? So that leads me to number 4. Number 4, don't freak out with the shedding. I get this all the time. My clients like, you know, when I took my braids out and I combed it out, it seemed like a lot of hair. Here again, you gotta remember your hair can shed up to 100 strands a day. So here again, you gotta take account all those days you're not combing it. And so when you comb, it's going to look like a lot of hair, but it's just your normal shedding that's coming out from days, like 6 to 8 weeks of not combing it. So don't freak out when you comb your hair out and it may look like a lot of hair. But trust me, your hair is not falling out. Because I get that all the time. Like, oh, I feel like my hair is falling out. Your hair is not falling out, okay? Number 5 is give your hair time to rest in between styles. And the rule of thumb in my salon is if I'm doing your crochet braids and we've done it like 2 to 3 consecutive times, it's time to take a break. It's time to take a break. We could press it. We could do something else besides putting your hair in crochet braids, because that tension over and over and over again, that's when you get problems. Please take time between your protective styles. And like I said, my rule of thumb is you could go 2, maybe 3 times of doing back-to-back crochet braids. But then, sister girl, we gotta take a break. I'm sorry. I know you like, oh, what am I doing? Oh. I'm sorry. You gotta take a break. We gotta give the hair time to rest. So yes, please take time with giving your hair a rest. All right. So that's all the don'ts. Let's get to the do's, the good stuff. That was don't do. This is what to do. All right. Number 1, you can shampoo your hair, especially if you have braids. And what I suggest is you get a little like color bottle you get out of this beauty supply, like the empty color bottle, and you put a little shampoo in. And the shampoo I recommend is like a tea tree or rosemary shampoo that has the minty tingly feeling that helps with itching, that helps with buildup. That put some of that in a shampoo bottle and put some water in it and dilute it. And like for these crochet braids, I will go through every part. I will put that diluted shampoo, and then you can either use your fingers to scrub it, or what I like to do is get a hard bristle toothbrush, because it could get between, and kind of lightly scrub your scalp. Trust me, it feels wonderful. So you want to shampoo, especially if you're going to keep them in for like 8 weeks, because about the 2 to 3 mark, that's when your scalp starts itching. And so you want to give it a light shampoo, and with that diluted shampoo, that will help. Number 2, when you have a protective style, it's a great time to oil your scalp, especially if you want to use some growth oil. Of course, growth oil is not the answer to growth. It's an additive or an aid for your hair growth, because you have to have a good hair regimen in order for your hair to grow. So, but this is a great time to oil your scalp, and I only suggest like once a week if you have to. Once a week And you could use like, here again, a rosemary, a tea tree, especially if your scalp is itching, or like a vitamin E oil or something like that. So Protective Styles is a great time to oil your scalp. Number 3, if you are a crochet braid wearer, especially if you're wearing the loose, curly, wavy crochet hair, you do want to use mousse, especially when it gets like a little frizzy, a little tangly. What you could do is you could either finger detangle it and separate the knots. Some people use a brush to brush it, and use mousse to kind of tame it. And what you do is put the mousse on it, take fairly small, not real small sections, but kind of like a section here, a section here. Oh, I pulled my earring out. Just like medium sections, and take the mousse. And don't be afraid to use mousse. You could be kind of heavy-handed with it and go through your hair, brush it, or finger detangle it. And then you could do like big twists. If you have curly wavy hair, you could do big twists at night, put a scarf on it, and let it air dry, and then take it loose in the morning. That will help with the tangles, the frizz, and everything like that. So that's number 3. Number 4, yes, it's protective style, but you also want to make sure that you're protecting your hair at night still. So you still want to wear your bonnet, you still want to wear a scarf, but don't just go to bed with nothing on your head. Or if you have a silk or satin pillowcase, you want to make sure that you are doing your part at night. So you do want to wear a scarf or a bonnet, or sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase. And then last but not least, number 5. After you take down your protective styles, what you want to do, you do want to give yourself a good deep conditioning, because your hair has been in a protective style. It's had a lack of moisture. So you can, after taking your hair down, give it a good shampoo. You want to either do a moisturizing conditioner, or a protein or strengthening conditioner that will strengthen and moisturize your hair at the same time. Because like I said, your hair has lost moisture during that time. Any type of if you have breakage or anything from it being installed or anything like that, that will help with that. But you want to make sure that after you take your protective style down, that you deep condition. And you want to, if you don't have a sit on the dryer at home, or if you're not getting it done at the salon, you want to put a plastic cap on and just let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And your body heat will do what it needs to do with the conditioner. So yeah, so that's the do's and don'ts of protective styles. Like I said, protective styles is so convenient, the get up and go, but we don't want to just neglect our hair, neglect our hair underneath it, things like that. Also, here's a bonus do for if you have like a leave-in spray conditioner. You could spray like your braids. Like for these crochet braids, I was go and spray my braids, go through here and spray my hair where the braids are. That's a bonus do. So I think that's it, you guys. So let me know how you like this. If you have any questions, go ahead, feel free to put them down in the comments. Anything else? No, I think that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned from this video, also comment down below. And that's it, you guys. So if you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you see what you like. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop a video. Comment, like I said, if this helped you, if you have any questions. Also, what other topics that you want me to go over, other tips you want me to go over as well. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at HERSTYLEZ with the Z15. And all right, folks, I'll see you on the next one.